possibly, whichever device they're watching on, they are cheering on the men in yellow. They're saying every dot, every wicket helps our chances of staying alive. And then who knows, if they squeeze in, kind of played some good stuff the last little while, the Gurkhas. You win 3 games, you're the inaugural champions. It's a great system. I love the 8-team structure with 4 teams going through. Every game has jeopardy.
And it's quite incredible to see that it's come down to the wire as well. We've seen plenty of action, and here we are. We're still undecided on that last spot. This is going to be an outside edge, and it's a bit of luck for Zishan Maqsood that he picks up a boundary. Unlucky for the bowler. What do you make of this start, though? I mean, they've shuffled the batting order. The top order's not worked again.
Yeah, first boundary for 28 balls, and being honest, Maqsood was desperate for it. 3 off 10. As he's come into the latter stages of his career, he's a real problem starting early in his innings. He also runs between the wickets at this stage quite poorly. And you would think that he needs to start to accelerate. They're only going at 4.7 per over here, not even going at 5 and over. Not sure 100, 120 is going to be anything like enough for the Axe.
Yeah, and it's quite different from what their skipper said at the toss, where he was expecting 150 plus to be competitive. At this rate, they're not getting there. That's the ultraviolet F77. Got an industry-leading age of range of 320.
Favourite son, Dipendra Singh Airi. Listen to that noise. The Tiger into the game. Only 3 wickets. You know, this is close, but bat involved for Basisto. Stifled appeal. I always say about Dipendra Singh Airi, he's come in for a lot of criticism this year. See there, the bat involved. He's come in for loads of criticism in ODI cricket. Why is he still in the team? Should be dropped, only averaging 17. He can't actually place a rating on his value in sheer numbers alone. It's his impact in terms of his fielding, his captaincy in the Royals case. I think he provides a lot of leadership to the Nepal team too. Just his general attitude to the game, it's infectious.
It's also the part that perplexed me the most when Nepal were touring in Canada. Canada Nepal series this summer, where he was benched for a few games. I mean, you said it, he's got an impact. The man comes on the field and he creates chances, he saves runs.
He just still hasn't found his role, is he? The value with his bowling. Economy rate under 4. Now, Binod Bandari should have done better. One of the things I've loved has been the smiling faces up in the crowd. Love to you, madam. Good news too, because you're the sparkling smile fan of the match. And there's a happy dent hamper on its way to you.
Here, this has been a very tidy. This time a bit too short. And Zishan Maqsood capitalizes as he cuts the high. Maqsood, 12 gone, it's 50.
As Bahara comes into the attack, there's every chance there'll be a concussion substitute out. Kanak Bahara more of a batter. They won't use his off-spin. They don't need it. They've got 6 bowlers already used. So we'll update you on that at the halfway stage. But I suspect Kanak Bahara may well come in as a concussion substitute. All our thoughts.
It really wasn't asking about. He took it right at the top of his head.
Bahara interested, umpire much less so. Yaks are going nowhere here. Manali, are they in trouble? Out of the competition.
They're getting some runs somewhere. The singles, the dot balls, they're all starting to add up. 42 dots so far. 42 is a lot in the context of the game. Just in the 13th over, and to have 42 dots is... It tells the story of a real struggle with the bat this morning.
Well, yeah, 42 out of what is 70. Zishan Maqsood, he just dawdles between the wickets, doesn't he?
And that, again, is the other problem. Because guess what the Royals do really well? They run lightning fast between the wickets. all
the Sisto,
maybe just going every game that he's played. Part of the run getters in the previous game as well. How many man of the matches has he picked up? Player of the matches so far. 2 player of the matches picked up. Sud slowly gets across to the other side.
Yeah, one was solely for his bowling, the other was for an all-round performance. Into him. I will say one thing though, it would have brought Gulshan Jah to the crease. I think the longer he stays on the bench, maybe the better for the Royals. He'll add momentum. The Yaks need him. Nicely played. The sweeper is out there. We'll keep it to a couple because of the fumble. Safe save. Yeah, Sanjay Gurung, our other standing umpire. Great to have him back after his Under-19 Asia Cup duties. Not so much the last 3 or 4 days. They were so tricky. It makes... Slugs finally starts to get going.
Desperately needed runs these for the Yaks. Z1. Another Super 4 powered by Ansel, and also with that it's 4 education kits for school children for every 4 scored, powered by our Ansel Foundation. Very well. Gets a 9. Can't do much about that.
The Ansel Foundation are going to get into the Presidential Graduate School or Pali Emerging Player of the Tournament with a scholarship into the best domestic player of the tournament. He's adored it here, and I think probably what's
the audience to ask him. It was great to hear from some of the players asking him, their insights.
That was my highlight. Rohit Powdell asking him, how did you get so many runs so consistently? You could see him visibly moved by Brian Charles Lara's answer. Great to see one of the greats giving back here in Nepal. To be taking the upper hand in this partnership with Persisto, who's struggling to get going. With 5 overs remaining, the Yaks are in trouble here.
And that's why I feel Dave Kannal at number 4 is not a great idea for the Karnali Yaks. Someone who's made their opening position his own a while. And that's why they're struggling the 16th over, only a little over 80. Dave Kannal has opened in all the previous games for Karnali Yaks. Now that should be a seeds to a wicket over here. That's an ultraviolet ballistic moment of the day as well. He departs.
To his innings will Basisto course of their campaign, but this time Dipendra Singh Airy has the better of him. A little top edge, simple catch. Australian Basisto goes for 16.
Yeah, the Karnali Yaks need to at least get something on board. Gets off the mark. He'll retain strike as well for over number. You chance his arm. You're running into danger. And from the 30-yard circle, the batter had given up the moment. He saw it was Irie in the middle. He is electric in the field.
It's the speed, the movement over the ground. As soon as Zishan calls for one, Gulshan knows, I'm done here. He gives up. He absolutely gives up. But let's bear in mind that Dipendra Singh Airy still has to hit directly, and he does it. He doesn't disappoint. Gulshan Jah goes.
Take a look at that throw. HD your thought.
Once you collect the ball, you've got to get in a strong position to be able to take aim and throw powerfully, and that's what he does so quickly.
Just over the field. Cries of catch it. Fielder coming underneath. Straightforward catch. Kugeline takes it. McMullen, beg your pardon. And Zishan perishes in his bid to accelerate. Another wicket here for Dipendra Singh Airy.
You want to be playing the game at match-up works. The off-spinner against...
Gets into good position, will only get a single. Like the way he played that shot over there, Arjun. Bit of a pull, bit of a flick.
But again, there was the protection away on the leg side. That single did bring up the 100 for the Yaks, but now the change of field again. Long off goes back, and the man at deep third has come up into the 30-yard circle, so you won't be surprised now if he looks to go Yorker, because he doesn't mind getting hit down the ground. So either Yorker or pace off the ball.
The slower delivery. He sold him a dummy over here. Fielder getting underneath. And another spectacular catch. The boys in yellow are very sharp in the middle. Sompal has to depart. And Kugelheim gets another wicket.
Very clever from the New Zealander. A change of field for the different batter. He could either go Yorker or take pace off. He opts for pace off. And Kami is through his stroke before the ball even gets to him. It spirals in the air, and this is a fine catch running in from that boundary. It is Ishan Pandey, the man in the deep, that hangs on. So the captain goes for 11, 100 for 8.
Got Kugelheim into his final delivery of his spell. Yeah, he's had an amazing outing. A 5-4 last evening. He finishes with 2 for 29 in his 4 overs.
What happened yesterday?
I think you're spot on. Use them early. Slip in place. A couple of dots to get things going. Carnally were poor with the bat, weren't they? You'd have to question not just some of the batting, but also the strategy. Gulshan Jha all the way down at 7.
Yeah, it wasn't a good batting performance, really. It's a better pitch than 101 all out. They were disappointing, really. No real plan. They looked unsure. They looked nervous. The run-outs. I mean, Ali in the field, by the way. And he bowled beautifully as well.
Yeah, for me, Dipender Singh Airi is quite simply one of the best fielders in the world. Top 3 or 4 without doubt. There's Guyan Endramala, the former national team captain, who's the head coach of the Yaks. I think it's fair to say he's sitting a touch uncomfortably right now.
It will be. I've been in that position. It's you've got to try and show your emotions, keep them in check, because you could easily go so up and so down, and wait till you get that final delivery and you get the victory.
The absolute opposite, isn't it, for Jagat Samata? He's just sitting there, legs crossed, asking the waiter for a nice drink, enjoying his day out again. His side have been exceptional. You look at the balance and the depth of it. It's almost like a death by a 1,000 cuts, isn't it? If Kugelheim doesn't get you, then Harmeet Singh will get you. If Binod Bandari or Saif Zaid don't get you with the bat, then Brandon McMullen or Irie will step up.
Well, the Harmeet Singh coming in has just really strengthened him. It really has. I mean, I saw him over in Guyana for the GSL, and he was saying...
And sorry, big news. The man on the left, Naran Saud, thank you so much for getting back to the ground. Who knows, he might have a bat now. He did go to the hospital for a precautionary check. He's had a few photos in the hospital with thumbs up. We love seeing that you're well and good, my friend.
Yeah, always a nervous sight when you see someone bang the head, but he looks fine, looks clear, and he's ready to rock and roll.
Great to see. You and I were sitting in our kind of our rest room, our green room there. We were worried, weren't we? It was just the angle that his head hits on the advertising boards.
It's anything. Well, let's say when you see anybody get hit on the head by flush from a fast bowler, you always have that, you know what I mean, that nervous feel about it, and you just want to see them recover and get well. Even when you're watching football, you know, and you see them clash heads when they're going up for a header.
Well, that will be a wide and a couple of freebies. Cammy was trying to get out of what was a really good first over. Instead, 2 extras. The last thing the Yaks need is to give the Royals freebies.
Yeah, it's been a good start, really, from Sompal. A little bit of shape, actually, away from the right-hander. But that one, I think he just banged it, nearly landed on his toes, didn't it, on the follow-through. It was that short. It's not an easy pitch to bowl a bouncer on, but we saw Kugelheim yesterday bowl some real quick deliveries.
Chris Soule got a few spot on the money as well, the right length. Chipped, falls safely. Dev Canal does the fielding. 4 come from the first over. It's 4 for none. Beauty and an innocence. Utterly contagious, Darren Gough.
It is indeed. Every single day. Just remember,
Just want to give these guys a quick shout out because they were the first on the scene alongside the guys with the stretcher. They helped get Naren into the ambulance, and there's a hospital very nearby. It's less than 5 minutes away. Straight in, checked out, absolutely fine. So our thanks to our doctors and nurses down pitchside.
Yeah, they did a terrific job getting him to the ambulance, make sure he was safe and secure on the stretcher. Anyway, you could hear the ambulance go straight off, and they're going to go with Vipin Sharma. Guess what? It's a left-arm spinner. Plenty of them here in Nepal.
16 years old, found through the talent hunt. And I love to see this from the Yaks. So many times, the left-arm spinners, if there's a left-hander in, they just aren't bowling them. Bowl your best bowlers in the key times, and the 16-year-olds had a really good tournament.
I mean, a great opportunity for him, 16 years old and playing in the Nepal Premier League, putting his name on the map, being watched around the world. The fan base here has been terrific. I mean, Monday morning, and the amount of fans that have come through the gates, I mean, this would never happen anywhere.
I think you're spot on. I'm not sure if you put on a Chennai Super Kings versus Mumbai Indians game at 9 a.m. on a midweek, even at the iconic Wankhede, I'm not sure it'd be full. Well, here at the TU, we just keep packing them out. It's amazing. And what's more, Goffey, I believe the tickets for the playoffs are close to gone, so you need to get in and get them now. Otherwise, you'll miss out being here in person.
Oh, it's going to be electric, the playoffs, especially with this team guaranteed, well supported, the similar kit to the Chennai Super Kings, the fans' favourites.
That's the arm ball. How well does he bowl this?
Indeed, beautiful arm ball. Through with the action a little bit quicker. See him up, look at that. Oh, a little bit of in swing. Picked by the batter though.
And now smashed down the ground. Good use of the feet. Bandari gets off the mark in real style. That's a lovely stroke.
It is indeed. You can tell he's looking to get after the left-arm spinner. 16 years old. Bandari, a good striker of a ball. Dances down the ground, head still. There you go, beautiful strike. No fielders there, runs away for a boundary.
And 4 more education kits thanks to the NSL Foundation with that boundary. Oh, now that's the arm ball. This is going to be gone. Yes, it is. Oh, what a delivery. 16 years young, and Bandari, nearly 20 years his elder, can do nothing about it. What a ball.
Yeah, great delivery. Similar to the one just 2 balls earlier. Wide of the crease, swinging back in. Oh, he's signalling, but he might have hit it, but it doesn't matter. The umpire has risen his finger. A smile on his face as he walks off Bandari, but he goes for 4. And the Royals, 9 for 1. Yeah, it's good delivery. Again, sliding in with the arm. Oh dear. Shocker. Be disappointed. Straight away, he puts his bat up towards the umpire. I don't like seeing that, I will be honest. But you can understand the frustration when it's, you want to get the victory, you want to get runs.
Whipped away. Elegant as always from Saif Saib. His first boundary.
Yeah, just an orthodox cricket shot really from Saif. Beautiful. Sampal just drifting on to the pads. Here we go. Look at the timing. Just helped it on its way through the leg side. The shape, the swinging to the left-hander, but just got it too straight, enabling him just to clip it off the hip and runs away for a boundary.
Moves about his crease this time and stands and delivers. It's a square cover drive of the highest quality. Oh, that is glorious.
It is indeed, Lenny. Absolute glorious. Moves around in the crease a little bit, just try to disrupt the bowler's line and length. But look at that, just the natural timing of a cricket ball. He's developed into a very, very good cricketer. As Saif Saeed, been a good signing for the Royals. He normally gets them off to a good start, and he's pretty...
Tens of thousands.
Oh, I would have believed it. After being here now for nearly a couple of weeks, I would believe anything.
Big shout. Given. Kami strikes back. The captain doing it for the Axe. Zabe not happy. There's a lot of movement, a lot of angle to consider. But Sanjay Gurung says it's good enough.
Well, let's have a look at this one. The swing. Oh, it's a close one. Then the angle he delivered it from wide of the crease. Natural swing. The seam, the position of the seam on the ball was lovely. But there's a lot of swing there. But he goes for 11. And the Royals, 19 for 2 now.
This altitude either. Just a couple of meters and I'm out of puff.
Through the gap. And we might just see a boundary after 35.
Cricketer, Ishan Pandey, and he's had a nice tournament. Yes, no, big contribution with the bat, but vital ones. And he's doing it again. This is nicely placed. And the outfield is certainly quickening up as this tournament progresses. To try and find a boundary.
I think they might have listened to your advice as well, channeling their inner yoga and get a bit of patience out there, settle the sporadic running between the wickets.
Bit of calm and a cover on that 30-yard circle again. Not ready to squeeze. Just be a single. Royals won't have enjoyed this batting performance. Their management will be a little bit nervy going into those playoffs because this is 2 games in a row where we've seen the top order not make significant contributions. Relied on their bowlers heavily. They now need their batters to shine if they want to raise that beautiful trophy come the end of this tournament.
Tossed up and targeting the toes. He's quick. They're most likely going to go upstairs with this. But he looked quite comfortably home.
Yeah, he's lightning quick between the stumps. The only thing here is, does he slide the bat in? Does he put the bat in? Does he make an error when grounding the bat? That would be the only thing in the favour of the Axe, you would think. But neither Walton nor Dipendra thinks that he's in trouble, and correct. He is dynamite between the wickets.
As expected. Safely home. That's going to allow for another single. I'd really like to know what his beep test, yo-yo test, and maybe even the 2 kilometer scores are.
I think those are the favourites from players, having those fitness tests. Wouldn't imagine they'd be simple to pass at this altitude either. Just a couple of meters and I'm out of puff.
Through the gap. And we might just see a boundary. After 35 deliveries, finally, they pick up a 4, and it's come off the bat of Ishan Pandey.
He's a good cricketer, Ishan Pandey, and he's had a nice tournament. Yes, no, big contribution with the bat, but vital ones. And he's doing it again. This is nicely placed. And the outfield is certainly quickening up as this tournament progresses.
frustrated with himself as he can't get off the mark, but it is a dot to end the 10th. We're going to go for a drinks break as well. The score 50 for 3.
Wide, he's obviously quite short in stature. He just loves to get those wrists activated and into the game. Met his parents yesterday as they'll again run an unlikely double. That is official, not just from our calculations, from your back of the cigarette packet, or from me or you on the calculator. Officially, the Yaks are through. That's thanks to the official tournament statistician. The Royals haven't chased it quickly enough. The Kathmandu Gurkhas are gone.
Yeah, well done, the Canali Yaks, qualifying for the playoffs. The coach can breathe now and celebrate through to the playoffs. Well done, the Canali Yaks. There's been a few nerves coming into today's game.
They'll have work to do in the playoffs. It's almost certain, in fact I think it is certain now, that they will play the Chitwan Rhinos 14 ball.
From Adi, he's been quite sensational today in a big game for the Royals. He's fielded like jaunty roads. He's bowled well. Now he's playing like Virat Kohli. He's had pretty good games so far.
That's why they call him the Tiger. The three-dimensional cricketer that he is. So it's going to be El Clasico 1v2. And Chitwan versus Karnali, 3 versus 4. He's doing it again. It's 4 more. They're just about to get over the line. The Royals, their fans sent into ecstasy. Their Tiger putting in another staggering performance.
I'll tell you what, if they'd have got off to a better start, here the Royals, they could have put the Yaks out. They really could have. But they bowled the best bowlers. Zishan Maksud only going for 14, but this is another wonderful shot through mid-wicket. Just picked it up, you're right, square in the wicket shots. He's really, really good. Cutting and pulling. Tends to be the trend, doesn't it, for the guys who are shorter in stature. They're really good square in the wicket, cutting and pulling.
I wouldn't rule him out trying to go bang bang here and get it done. Oh, is that a tickle? Irie does not even wait. Lovely piece of sportsmanship. He knows he's nicked it and he immediately puts the bat under his arm and walks off. Scant consolation for Nandan Yadav and the Yaks. They're going to be beaten out of sight here, but it is another wicket for the young quick.
Yeah, the young quick. Good length, just tried to hit it on the up, didn't he, through the offside. The disappointment's there. He knows his team are just about over the line with a win. And Chadwick Walton, a simple catch behind the stumps. But what an innings from Defender Singh Ali. 38 from just 29 balls. And the Royals on the verge of victory at 95 for 4.
This morning,
well, momentum takes you a long way, and it's always good to come in a bat knowing you've got a few runs the game before. A little bit of swing, but too full and wide, you can just get your hands free and runs away for another boundary. But a lovely action. He's got Nandan, but just straining his length there and line.
Yeah, playing great cricket down in Australia, himself and Kishore Mahalo, and certainly 2 bowlers that want to decide, I think will want to try and get back in and around the national setup. Plenty of talent. And a good finish. Closes out the 15th. It's just 3 to win. The Royals stamping their seal on their dominance in this tournament with number 1. It's 99 for 4.
And he's handled the pressure extremely well. And this has been an innings of great maturity.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of grit and gumption in the middle, which is so important for a middle order batter, especially at a time when he comes to bat for his side. Here it is, 1 run from 29 deliveries. That's the winning moment. And they do it in style, the Sudurpaschim Royals. They remain on top of the table. 6 wins in 7 matches. They've been the form side. And they power them.